All right, we're back. It is the Dudley and Bob Show with Matt. Oh, this is camera time, is it? All right.
Yeah. Oh, I got to get my...
Yeah, let me tell you what camera time's done. First of all, we did them live, and they were great. We had a huge hit when they were live, but they ran into some issues that I'm not allowed to talk about on the radio. Not because I've been told not to, which has happened under this, since other people left. But, it's something I can't talk about that is related to. Jet back out. That's what I'm going to do right now. I want to jet back out. I'm trying not to get in trouble with anybody these days. But you can catch this. I noticed that Dylan puts it up right at 7 o'clock. As he times it where it just goes up at 7 o'clock on KLBJFM.com. But what it's cost me is now, I haven't had a haircut in 4 months, something like that, 3.5, something. And now I'm having to spend 20 minutes slicking my hair back before I come in here because my hair, I've got really curly hair and it looks ridiculous. It looks like I'm wearing a bozo thing. Hey, Chuy, do you have that phone call yesterday where the guy tried to pull a fast one on you? Is it in here on a hotkey already? I can't. No, I don't have you up. Where is it?
Push to the jump. I'll come in.
All right, come in. I got to remember what we're talking about. So I don't know if I told Matt as we were walking in today that Chuy, who doesn't have a steady girlfriend, and when he does have a steady girlfriend, he always thinks they're cheating on him. Do you think it's immediate, or does it take a little while before you start? Once it gets serious, is that when you feel like they may be cheating?
Oh no, it takes me actually liking them a lot and having some sort of emotional connection. Like it really only happened to the two girlfriends when I was in a serious relationship.
I'm sorry. Everybody has their tick, but for some reason I'm thinking about Karen now, where she walks in and just says to Matt, "Is that your J.O. rag?" And that happened to me last week. I got angry with my wife. My wife had a girlfriend over on Saturday. I'm trying to keep away from.
Sweet.
I go not a girlfriend like that. Middle of the day, hanging out at the pool, baking their skin, damaging their skin, premature aging. Mm-hmm. She's out there every day. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the living room. And Amanda just comes in and she goes, "Did you, while we were out there?" And here's the thing.
Did she see you in the window?
She did a hand motion.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I saw it. I saw you do it.
She's throwing dice.
Did she do that because she knew?
No. Here's the thing.
Hey, why did she think?
Did you fast?
I don't know why, but here's the thing.
Good? Hey, in a bathing suit, friend look good?
Her friend's married. She's married to the German guy who I can't stop talking about World War II with. He wasn't over there, though.
Got to be his favorite subject as I go German.
I can't do a German accent, but can you imagine that conversation where she goes, "I'm going over to Amanda and Dale's to swim. Do you want to swim?" "No, thank you." I can't do German.
What was your answer to your wife when she accused you?
I got pissed off.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. In the past, when somebody's asked you something and you lie and say, "No, of course I didn't," as it's coming out of my mouth, I'm realizing she's not going to believe that.
Right.
She's not believing me right now. So that's what made me pissed, because you're going, if you've really done it, you'll do this. You'll go, "No, why would you?
Why would I?
That's ridiculous. I didn't have." But if you've done it, that's if you've done it. But if you haven't done it, it's amazing. It'll send you up. It's like, no. What?
Yeah, no.
Now, I did get up early.
I don't need to know the details.
I did get up early 2 Saturdays ago and go check the cameras because she said she had a hot friend over, and she teased me with it. Now she won't even talk about it. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. I just wanted to mention I'd been falsely accused of something.
There should be a...
I'm sorry that happened to you.
On the show yesterday, Chuy just suddenly says he wants to be poly.
He wants to be what?
Polyamorous.
Or poly...
So he wants to... Yeah. You want to be involved with like a guy and a girl? You want to be in the relationship?
Maybe not. Maybe the primary, not the
primary,
like the pet. I don't know what you would call the third person that comes in.
We did this on camera yesterday.
I don't mean to be a jerk.
I'm trying. Go ahead.
Should you try to become the primary before poly? Should you go mono?
I could probably. We made all these points yesterday.
Could do that.
Yeah, this is.
I mean,
we think he should walk before he runs.
Hold on, but I just now realized that to be poly, if she comes home and says, "I'm really interested in this other dude," aren't you supposed to be? Or are you just supposed to be okay with?
I'm supposed to have sex with a guy?
I don't know.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
I think you are.
If you
thought poly was everybody's in love.
Right.
Mormon style.
Polyamorous. It's in the word.
I don't think so. I don't think that means you have to be bisexual.
Well, what is amorous is love.
I got to look it up again. We're wasting too
What
much.
is love?
Baby, don't hurt.
By the way, I looked up my second cousin, Jeff Dudley. I ain't messing with the guy.
Why not?
Big old boy.
I was just
take
thinking
him.
this is the best way for me to get into a threesome and get into weird,
Have you ever just
crazy sexual stuff.
Have you ever just thought about having a
A
threesome?
one-some? Have
How
you
do you
thought
do
about
that?
having a
How do you do
one-some?
that?
First of all,
I'll do any step by step. What do you want me to do?
Well, it's not
Step
up to me
one.
to say. First of all, I found the ones that were a blast were never my idea.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that were my idea were most often awkward.
Okay.
That's what I'll tell you. It's
Oh, thank you.
you have to put yourself in a position where that's going to happen. You got to be around.
Oh.
You got to be around women who are interested in that. Poly, many, several. The
And
practice.
it sounds like a poly
the
place
practice.
would be that place.
No, poly involves being in love, right?
Right. Well, no, amorous is the
No.
love part. Poly is the many
Yeah,
part.
it is. It's having
Many
serious
loves.
Isn't
Isn't it technically-
with multiple people? So
I
in other
know.
words,
I know a couple of poly triples, couples, whatever you call
Oh
them.
yeah.
All of them. I mean, I'm friendly with them. Let's say friendly, okay? Friends would sound like I know them better than I do, and I don't. And from the outside, they seem kind, but also loopy.
Mm-hmm.
We could get them in here to chat with you if you wanted to.
That'd
but
be great.
I think what you are talking about, it's sounding like you're looking for an excuse for three ways.
I'd like a sexual adventure.
but poly means your wife could go be
Yeah,
intimate with another dude.
I know that you keep saying it, and I'm aware. Yeah.
Well, you're not fine with that, though. You said you were tortured by the thoughts of your woman cheating.
Well, you're
I mean,
also
we have to
Sorry, we're doing this
evolve.
You're
again.
But we have
I
to
think you're
evolve
confusing an open relationship.
I
but
think-
poly tends to be a closed relationship.
with multiple partners.
Right.
Oh,
So
now
it'd be
here-
you.
so the-
It'd be you and another guy and a
So
girl.
open is
Or
different
two
house.
guys and two girls.
I don't, because I don't see you just in a relationship with just you and two girls. I don't see that happening.
right.
I don't think you've thought this out because this is from the insider. Polyamory is not a legally protected status like being straight or gay. You can lose your job for being polyamorous. Courts can use it against you in child custody proceedings. So I just want to make sure you know what you're stepping
Yeah,
into.
I don't
watch
have
it.
any children.
Watch
Well,
out
I'm
for
just
that.
saying-
Watch out for that thing that you're not having and you're never going to have in your entire life. I didn't say you weren't going to have a threesome, but you're not going to be poly.
Will you click on that thing that's it's in the third row down and it says, "I just realized we're polyamorous." One over. I gotta see that.
My husband and I just realized this is from Polyamory Today. Okay.
You got to think this out.
All right.
How big is this population? You think?
No, what is this? There's different kinds?
There's too many. Like I can't even. I
Oh,
haven't
wait.
even read everything.
We watched a
egalitarian? What is
we watched a
egalitarian?
YouTube video together and discovered we're polyamory.
Okay, I got off way on a tangent of my own and back into this. The reason
Why'd you
I
do that?
started this
Okay.
was as we were winding up,
I don't know.
we've always said, listeners, and we appreciate it when you try to be funny, and some of you can knock it out of the park once in a while, but in general, 90% of you are drinking bleach.
I think that's true.
You're drinking
We
bleach.
just give people too much credit.
Because you have it or do I have it?
it.
So, Matt, I need you to listen close to this.
All right.
The gentleman is going to try to make a comparison of wieners, but I want you to hear his.
No, yeah, we were talking about the same thing we were just now.
Yeah, I want you to hear his. Do we know his name? We were giving him grief.
You open with this name. Here we
Oh,
go.
okay, here you go. Take a listen to this.
Listen to this.
Dallas, what do you got?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think if your wife goes out and sleeps with other people and she gets a couple of sabas, she's going to come back to your little Oscar Mayer wiener?
First of all, it's kielbasa. So usually,
Matt would be having a field day with this guy.
usually. Is that all you've got?
Yeah.
Let me hear him again.
Dallas, what do you got?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think if your wife goes out and sleeps with other people and she gets a couple of sabas, she's going to come back to your little Oscar Mayer wiener?
First of all, it's kielbasa.
It's so good. It's so good because you know he said it 6 or 7
Right,
times.
that's
in
what
his
we were
head
saying.
waiting.
Yeah, he's been
and he finally gets
practicing
his
it.
name.
And now listening, I can hear how nervous he is. And Dallas.
You think if you get a couple of cassava melons?
I
haven't been in the I haven't been.
We've all tried to get a line off.
Well,
and
here's the
it's
thing: is
happened.
I told a story a few weeks ago, Dallas. The same thing happened to me on the Ricky Lake show.
Right.
I was in my head going, Okay, here's what I'm going to say.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Well, you have these two
Here she
people
comes.
out rutting around like deers, blah, 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 whatever I was going to say. And Ricky Lake gets to me and my hands up. She goes, when you saw it, I went, get it, rutting, just rutting around. It did not come out the way I meant it to come out. All right.
God, I wish we could find that tape.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I want an open relationship type thing, I guess.
All right.
How about have a relationship first?
That's not fun.
We went into all this, Matt, how when you have babies and you have these different connections with your spouse, although mine's being weird right now. I don't know what I did. Dallas.
Oh, that's Dallas. That's the guy that called.
Hang on a second, Dallas. It changes. It changes.
Okay.
She said, we build the pool. We'll have a threesome. No. And now her excuse is COVID.
So are you still selling me on a
To
relationship?
be
right
fair,
now?
your wife has had other hot women in the tub. In the pool every single day, so she kind of
They
was
just don't want
keeping
me.
her. Yeah, she's keeping up her side of the bargain, which is she's rubbing wet skin with the other women every single day in your pool. You just haven't been invited.
He just said, "Are you trying to get me into a relationship right now?" Yeah, because that you'd have to have a relationship to be poly in the first place, right?
Good
Yeah,
point.
I just think
open
you're getting
relationship.
way ahead of. Are you going to on the first? Let's say it's the fourth date, and you go, "This is the one."
No, but that's why you talk
When
to
are you
people.
going to drop the? When are you going to drop the open relationship thing on somebody, some girl you're falling for?
That's why you try to meet people that are already into that.
Oh, Eric, you're just complicating life, my friend. Complicating.
Yeah.
That's like a. That's like. It's,
I'm just living it. I just want some experience, man. I
not
want
so
some
much.
That's like-
experiences. You guys have
that's
lived
like
an
me.
incredible life.
It's not been incredible. I'm miserable.
It's been great. Maybe
been-
it sucks now. I don't know.
mine's been
but
incredible.
the past 20 years were pretty
I
awesome.
spent
for
my
you.
entire. I think about my deathbed all the time. I wonder what the sheets will be like, and if I have a disease where I linger, the thing that I will regret is regret. I've spent my entire life worrying. That's all I have done.
Yeah, okay.
It's kept me alive in this business. What was my point though, with the whole thing? That's like me. You say I wanted to get in there and meet a poly woman. That's like me going to an AA meeting so I can find a fellow alcoholic and still want to drink. That's what that's
Have
like.
you put yourself on any of these poly sites or anything?
You're narrowing
Have
your-
you even started by?
Yeah, I've started to make an account. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
What
Yeah, I think I'm
website?
going to. Poly something. I don't
Poly
know.
want to crack.
Yeah.
Poly singles? Isn't that an oxymoron?
Dallas, how does it feel?
Yeah.
24 hours after your humiliation.
You got another joke for us?
Well, I mean, I've heard far worse said about me, so my feelings are not hurt.
Well, you've heard far worse jokes on this show. That's for sure.
I mean, Chuy sure doesn't have any good ones.
Chewy had a great one just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
so-
line of the day so far,
You
but
don't
it's
have to
early.
actually
That's a-
defend it.
yeah,
I would have let him sit in that silence.
But
Oh.
I mean, does he realize that he's setting himself up for more heartbreak?
Oh, we got serious
I mean,
now.
I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. You got your heartbreak all the time. Your heart
Are
breaks
you
all the time.
married?
Yes, sir. About 5 years.
Are you giving her that killy boss?
No, you didn't even think.
Cassava.
Kilsabi.
Now I blew the joke. What?
But why doesn't he just go to Reno if he wants a threesome? He could just pay for it. He's got
you
money.
could pay for it.
I don't
Chewy does
that
not have
kind of
money.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Chewy does not have money. So,
Not that much.
boy, this woman that married you is a saint. She's a goddamn saint. All right, Dallas, thanks.
Dallas, what branch were you in?
I say what?
What branch were you in?
What branch? Oh, I was in the Air Force.
Okay,
How could
thank
you tell?
I worked when you worked a door on 6th Street as many years as I did.
Yeah.
You just know people.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
That's weird.
right side brain people and left side brain people.
All right,
as well.
thanks, man.
You're just
Dallas.
there's certain jokes that were made only by service
Keep
members.
that
I don't know why.
Killy Cassava tape or whatever it is,
Absolutely.
he says. All right, I don't want to spend the whole time on
No,
this.
but good luck.
We should.
Good luck with
Godspeed.
that. Godspeed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You-
It probably won't happen. I mean, I'm just saying I'm open to these things. I want these things.
It's funny, though, that
You ever had a couple cassavas in your mouth?
it's funny, though, that you perceive the way other people perceive how someone's life is. I do that all the time.
yeah.
More successful radio guys, I think, oh, it must be great. But the one I'm thinking of right now, doesn't have a marriage, has
Well, I
a
think
ton of money.
We all compare ourselves to somebody
But
better.
it's
I
not.
think
But if you
know-
talk to people, it's not always great in the grand scheme of things.
you know people with the mansions, and you know all these other people, and then
And
I know y'all, and then my life in comparison to y'all is not as good. But I have it better than some other person that.
the mansion people make me
That's
miserable. I go to my wife's.
He quit the millionaires.
I go
Club.
to my wife's owner's house for a party, and I usually
Your wife
sit,
has owners?
Yeah, it's a new thing. White people are getting their comeuppance, and I'll look around. It's on Lake Austin, and I'll sit there and go, "You blew it, dude. You could have done this if you had invested in if you'd done the Deep Eddy, if you had not spent on this, if you had not been an alcoholic and got your headshots and stayed in the movie game, you could have done all this, right?" I'm miserable.
I would love to have just what you have
you
now.
say that I'm telling. Oh
I
God,
would
it's
be
hard to
happy.
explain, dude. I lived in an efficiency apartment in Lubbock, Texas, the first place I ever lived by myself, and I had all I
there
had
next month.
all I had were part-time jobs at minimum wage, 2 different radio stations, country and whatever, and I was going to have to move back to East Texas until I won that comedy contest, right? And there are times when I go, not my family. I'm blessed. But there are times, and Bob will testify this, where you go, oh, my God, it was so much more fun and simple back then. Right?
Right.
Do you agree?
I mean, I kind of hear what you're saying, but I also I don't understand why you're saying it to him.
Oh.
That's where I'm confused.
I can find misery in anything. I don't know about these guys.
Okay.
Plus,
So
we're
it's
just-
nothing to
I would
envy.
love it.
It's
you don't-
nothing to
and what
Next
you don't
month, I will
understand-
be in an efficiency
Dude,
apartment, and I work
What you don't
part-time at
understand is that
multiple
we're
radio
just
stations.
we're just leveraged
Right.
different than you are. That's all.
Just what?
Leveraged.
And what do you mean by that?
I don't have enough money to retire in the lifestyle that we have
I won't
right
either.
now.
I don't
that
want
we
to
have
live
right
past
now.
In other
50.
words,
I
But
do.
I'm not
In other
talking
words,
about you.
the
I'm talking
bank-
about envy.
The bank owns everything that we own.
I'm talking about envy.
Not me. All mine's paid off.
Well, none of the bank
Well,
people can
I
go
didn't
live there.
include you, Matt Bearden, Mr. Fort Stockton.
I'm talking about envy.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you envy people, they're not necessarily happier than you are.
I definitely envy you.
But I totally understand that you want to get somewhere else, and we've talked about that off the air.
You need good credit.
We've talked about that. That was the first thing I did was fix my
You may
credit.
have it. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm
gotta
sorry.
do that.
You
Now
gotta-
we're getting all serious.
It's okay.
Let's get
I
back
have a
to
question for you.
Right.
How is your credit?
I don't even know. I haven't checked it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll get approved for this apartment wherever I'm going to move.
Yeah. And then have you ever tried to fix your credit through donation? You ever tried donating anything to 1877 Cars for Kids?
Does that help your credit?
KARS Cars for Kids.
You didn't get the text that I, got.
did.
Did you?
Yeah, that's why I did that. That's why I did
I was
that.
listening, I was
10
listening
now,
to
so
Bennington
mine-
on the way in, and they played a commercial.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. It was on
You've been feeling down for a couple of weeks, and it's not really trailing off. It's
I don't-
sticking with you.
I don't think I'm down.
Yes, you are. I'm telling
I
you. I'm letting
was
you know.
down, but I mean, I'm just used to it. I mean, you cope with whatever, and then who cares? Who cares? I get to live.
I get where you
I'm
are.
healthy.
I know.
You know,
care.
even if I'm sleeping in my car, it's like I'm still
if you
alive.
And between the apartments and the house, you're welcome to stay in my place that's just sitting there burning a hole in my pocket.
Thank you.
But how old
And
are
you
you?
don't
I
have
bet
to
you're
pay me, but you
30
won't do it, will you?
You're
I
32?
think that's the stuff that depresses him, though.
Well, how old are you, though?
That's degrading.
That's degrading to offer you an apartment on Burnett Road.
That's,
Yeah.
that's called
Free.
pity. I don't want to
Well,
be
let's
pitied
all
by
go-
I'm not
anybody.
doing it for pity. I'm doing it for the fact that sitting
All right,
there,
now it's getting-
nothing's
Yeah,
happening with
Dale's
it.
not hearing right now because see what he's
I have
saying.
no
is
thoughts. I have-
he
doing
has
that.
this
I have
a little bit of-
nihilist.
Stop doing
he has
that.
this nihilist
Stop it.
attitude.
Stop
it.
doing that.
Sorry,
I
I'm
totally
insulting you. He
hear
wants me
him.
to-
I know the situation, but he has a thing about where he thinks he's being pitied more than I am pitying him. I consider you off the air one of my best friends.
I know.
I
and I
come
just
to
try
my
to salvage
house.
the little bit of dignity I have left.
You've come to my house. It's not that I want. It's not pity. It's like, hey, dude, you're a friend. If you need a place in between, you're welcome to stay here. Nobody's paying rent right
Right,
now.
but
Well, I
that's
appreciate
that's where I'm saying that
You
you're
have
not
wild
hearing.
parties.
It
You
has
can have
nothing to-
threesome. You can have a threesome in my apartment.
every night. But let's all go back to where we. How old? Can you
What
say
he's
how old
saying
you
is
are?
it's
I'm trying to-
depressing
Huh?
for him
You're
to sit. It would
32?
be depressing for him to sit in
I
your
know.
apartment
I know
because he would be
And
surrounded by somebody else's success,
There's no success in there. Everything is everything is Bed Bath and Beyond.
and everything is called relative.
I know. I understand that, but just
Your
like
relative is Cooney.
just like his boy, I don't know if I'm getting into that fray after all, but just like his self-loathing
Right.
and his beliefs about women, mine evolved and changed, and it changed with the help of people. And one of them, the thing where he thinks all women want is a good-looking and rich guy, and I don't believe that's necessarily true for the majority of women. They want somebody's going to take care of them. I'm doing what was done to me, where I'm trying to change the way of his thinking. So, point made. when somebody offers you something, it isn't always from pity. Pity sounds like, oh my God.
When they offer you something, it's from pity.
Oh
for
my
sure.
God. See, you don't help. Let's move on.
But I hadn't even.
It pisses me off that you won't even consider it.
At
I
your
have
age,
a strict policy where I don't like borrow money. I don't
Can
like
pay me-
asking
okay,
for. I
pay
don't
me
like being
whatever you
any of
think,
this.
Pay me whatever you're paying now. That's better than what I'm getting, which is
Now-
I'm
zero.
a man. I buy my own things. I work. There's a reason I work so
Okay.
much and work so hard.
Okay,
It's
why?
because
Then
But why wouldn't you do what he's saying?
Why wouldn't you pay me what you're paying right now, or a little less? I'd prefer a little
because
less.
that's not how much that costs or how
That
much you
house-
want for.
here's the
We just
thing.
had an edit.
Let me say, hang on a second. We're at one. Be quiet for 1 second.
We have 3 seconds on the delay.
I know. I just wanted to try to build that up for a second.
But Chuy, at your age, Dale and I were in a one-bedroom apartment. I don't know how you can compare yourself at your age to us now.
I'm not.
Okay, it sounded like you were.
No.
I mean, my career in radio hadn't started. Well,
Closer to the mic, please. He's talking about his career radio, and I can't
my
hear
career-
him.
I'm right here.
I know, but
I don't know why is it
Learn how
down.
to use the
Why do you
microphone.
wear earbuds when the cameras are on? Headphones. We're going to fight on camera for the first time.
Oh, dude,
Why?
look at this hair.
Well, it's beautiful, Greg.
Glorious hair.
Why do you wear earbuds?
Just during this segment.
Why? That's what I'm asking.
Well, because I think
you're so vain.
I think the headphones, the full headphones, ruin the lines. You know what I'm saying? Chuy,
All right, little
Ruin the
Steven.
lines.
at 32,
He probably thinks the show is about him, don't you?
I had a one-bedroom apartment.
And a girlfriend with a boat and a
Where-
Corvette.
where?
I was working at GSD&M. I was traveling around the world,
How many square
hanging
feet?
out with Michael Jordan and stuff. But
You're
still,
not helping.
Do you think paying me
I
a
hadn't
rent
started
for,
here yet.
for a month?
had a
you,
mattress.
You think that's pity?
At a discounted rate, yeah, and then
It's-
just for a
dude,
month to
okay.
help.
Oh, we're still
I had
talking
to
about that. We're
help
still talking
somebody.
about
I
the
don't want to be
apartment.
helped.
Are you
I don't
33?
need help.
Are you 33?
Too.
That
32?
pisses me off like you wouldn't believe. Because if I need you, I ask you for that clip. You were helping me with something.
And I love some advice. That's my
Right.
job, actually.
Okay,
I get paid.
Stop looking gift horses in the mouth, and your friends aren't pitying you. I need somebody in there. I'll take whatever you're paying right now because I got nothing in there. My wife keeps going, oh, Janae's sister wants it in New York. And I said, well, tell her to sign a goddamn lease. Let's go. So if you need it for a few weeks, I'm making money.
Okay. If I need it for a few weeks, I
I'm
will
losing,
go there for a few
I'm
weeks.
losing.
I think
Hey,
when I was
you'll
30,
have, you'll
when I
have
was-
squatters' rights.
He's
I think for a
lying.
while when I
You're
was
in.
31, I think I was
that's right.
homeless actually for a while. I was homeless for about 4 months. Then by the time I was 33, I think I had 2 other roommates, and I could afford maybe $250, $300 a month to scratch by. And then so when you're comparing yourself to weird, you're setting weird things. You're comparing yourself to these guys. Both of them in their 80s, they've had longer time to earn money than you have, right?
Right.
And so I just wanted to take a shot at their age. So I don't really know where I'm headed
I
with
have.
this.
The thing is, I guess I have high standards for myself.
I shouldn't say this. Let me ask you this. I've told you off the air what's been going down, and I thought something was happening that's not, right?
Okay.
It's currently not happening. It may.
All right.
In my head, do not hold me to this. In my head, I said, I ought to bring in gifts for these guys.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of stuff crossed my mind.
What were the first?
I'm
what
not
were the
going to
gifts?
say what it was.
Tell me what they were.
No.
What were you going to give me?
I'm not. Well, here's the thing. Now, if I bring it in, you think I'm pitying you?
It's
Let's
a,
say
it's a
it
gift
wasn't.
like Christmas.
But
I don't
no,
know.
if it was cash.
$20.
If it was cash, you going to hand me back a check?
Oh, I owe you money.
If everybody got one, then it wouldn't. I mean, Bob doesn't need
Okay.
help, does he?
All right, here's the deal then.
I need a lot of
Bob
help.
can stay in the living room of the condo. You can have the bedroom. That's the same thing. You make me crazy. Folks, I didn't mean to do this on your camera time, but if you've stuck around this long, I appreciate it. And join us as we stand together and sing here at the Third and Dwight
Third and
Church of
Dwight.
Christ in Monahans, Texas. We have to go to break.
Wait, we're already.
Dude, we have
that's
so
it?
much to get to. We got to get to Williamson County. We got to get to Karen, who got slapped. Her husband has made a statement. And there is so much more. So much more.
So, but we have no resolutions, right? So we don't.
No.
We resolve nothing. We fix nothing. Chewy still
Some
may
people
be
feel worse.
polyamorous if he can actually get into the monoamorous section, and then he also is down on himself and he feels he's achieved nothing with his life. We just want to make sure.
Accept
And Dallas is a punk ass.
He won't
MFer.
accept a great place to
Dallas
stay
got
for
you.
a little while at
Okay.
a very, very low cost.
You want to stay at my place, my other house?
Yeah.
No, you don't need to pay him for house sitting, dude. He
No,
feels
no.
like it's pity.
He's gonna stay at my other house.
Where's your other house?
I own 2 houses. What do you mean?
Oh, that's right. You do own another house.
Yeah, I'm just as good as you, Dale.
Oh my God, you're a dick.
Wow.
I sit in my
Why
head.
wouldn't you
Hold
fire
on.
back and say I don't have only 2
Do you know
houses,
what I sit and
Dick?
do? I sit in my head and I count all the time about equity. Do I have enough? Do I do this? Do I do whatever? Then watch it. See, I'm doing it now.
There you go.
Now we're all
watch
feeling
watch
horrible.
talentless people
You
become
are.
millionaires.
You're literally. The reason you're having a hard time with this is that you're in a room full of other people who have the same brain set that you do,
Yeah.
Right.
And no one ever feels like they've done well for themselves. If you've done well for yourself, and maybe it's time